Yeah, but that don't.
Would they make
that
it past the
don't change
dangerous mudless siren,
genetics
uniqua, and
and what
worse?
they've inherited.
Sinbad sails alone.
That's like Karen and her mom. When I met Karen.
Sinbad sails alone.
But I didn't know that she was big before. And I met her mom, and her mom was real skinny.
Tyrone is in the backyard.
I didn't know her
Standing
mom
on a
was
picnic table, he introduced himself to the viewer as Sinbad, the great sailor who sails the seven seas on a ship. He explains that he will sail on the end of the rainbow as he sings, "I'm Sinbad the sailor." The backyard transforms into a dock, and Tyrone walks on a ship. He begins to sail off. Huh? A blue penguin. Pablo runs to the ship, and the ship stops. Pablo asks if it can help Sinbad sail. Pablo is actually an experienced sailor, but a huge fan of Sinbad. Sinbad does not accept the request. Sinbad begins to sail away. Pablo jumps aboard quietly, so Sinbad sails the ship and walks the barrels of water for a drink. He finds Pablo, and Pablo asks him if he can help. Sinbad can turn back and privates Pablo for accidentally using the wheel to lower the anchor. He calmly makes a deal with him, and Pablo is going and accompany him. He must do everything he says. Sinbad tells him he can steer the ship. Pablo does his best. Suddenly his bandana falls off. He then reaches out, which makes the ship lay back and forth like crazy. He's trying to steering, lift, and right even the balance, but accidentally causes the barrels of water to fill up the ship, and Sinbad as well. What after being caught at the mast and once back on board, Sinbad becomes upset, having a loss of water, and tells Pablo the only place to get some more on the island of Siren. They sail to an island where Siren lives. They siren for water, but Siren says they cannot get water unless they beat the game of Siren Says, a version of children's game Simon Says. She sings the song Siren Says. As they play a game, she explains that she says Siren Says became before a statement. The players do what she said. If it does not, says Siren Says in front of the statement. And the player does it. They have to go back to the starting line. Whoever walks the fountain of water, who will win and get to the water. Pablo will soon get the wells of fresh water. As Siren rises in the fountain from losing, the two return to the ship, and Sinbad tells Pablo then he can mop the ship. Pablo mops the ship, but it makes the deck all slippery and unintentionally causes the crates of food to go falling off the ship. Sinbad angrily tells Pablo they have to go to Medusa to get more food. They sail to the island and meet Medusa. She says they cannot get her food unless they beat her. They gave a freeze tag, a version of the game known as tag. To play, Medusa will chase the players, and it takes one player. The player is literally frozen until another player taps them. Medusa sings "Gotta Dodge." As they play, Pablo is frozen first, Sinbad unfreezes him. Sinbad gets frozen next. Pablo tricks Medusa's freezing herself to freeze. "What's that on your head?" causing herself to freeze her body to get the food to get back on the ship with Pablo unfreezing Medusa before departing. Pablo wants to help Simba, but a confession. Pablo drops the anchor of the ship. The ship stops. The Simba falls out of the water, fed up with him. Simba tells Pablo that he has to sit in the chair and all the times and don't do anything because if he doesn't, they could have problems again. Sinbad starts to sing, "Do it myself." He sees the rainbow and sees the ship has turned backwards and sailing backwards. "Not now, Ginger. I'm too busy." Towards the giant waterfall while freaking out and trying to turn the ship. Simba got stuck on the ship's sail. He yells to Pablo to stop the ship. Pablo does not accept because Sinbad ordered him to stay there and they could not even get out of the chair, but Sinbad insists. Pablo knows that the anchor stops the ship and drops the anchor again. The ship stops at the very second they're going to fall off, saving their lives. After sailing back, sometimes need help. Sinbad's stomach growled, so he invites Pablo over to his house for a snack. Pablo accepts as the ship transformed back into a backyard. Siren and Medusa join them as they sing the end song and enter Tyrone's house. Pablo opens the partially closed door and shouts, "Ahoy, mateys!" As the end credits start. Siren, first mate Pablo, Sinbad, Medusa. "I'm Sinbad the sailor," Siren says. "Got a ditch. Got dodge. Do it myself." Running gag. After Tyrone falls in the water, Pablo tossing a life preserver to Tyrone, which bunks him on the head. Austin's only character who does not appear in the episode.